by the big board. Vedika Bell is waiting with Truth or Fake. Good evening, Vedika. The US state of Texas still reeling from deadly flash floods on the 4th of July. As the death toll continues to climb, rumours online suggest the cause of the floods isn't in fact natural and actually is due to recent weather modification operations. Truth or Fake? Please explain.
Yes, Mark, is cloud seeding to blame for the deadly flash floods in Texas that have left at least 100 people dead and around 160 people more missing? Well, that's the claim circulating on social media and the theory spreading online, with users questioning a cloud seeding operation that took place just 2 days before the flash floods broke out. So if we have a look at some of these online reactions, this user says a company called Rainmaker conducted a cloud seeding mission on the 2nd of July over Texas Hill Country. 2 days later, the worst flood in their history occurred in the exact same area that the Rainmaker flights were. Another post here, this one is by Candace Taylor, who is in fact a Republican congressional candidate. Well, she says that it's fake weather, real damage. This is not just climate change. It is in fact cloud seeding, geoengineering and manipulation, and fake weather causes real tragedy, and that is murder. We have another post here. This one had over 1.5 million views and counting. Now, this user has posted 2 screenshots that appear to be from a report by the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration. Screenshots that show that this Rainmaker, this company, did in fact carry out a rain enhancement operation in Texas on the 2nd of July. Now, for anyone watching at home, if you're not aware of what cloud seeding is, it is an operation that uses chemicals, typically silver iodide, and that induces the formation of ice crystals or water droplets that are already present in the cloud, but they're not efficiently being turned into rain. But Mark, just, these posts and these theories here, this is just a fraction of what I've seen circulating online. And these claims here, they've really unleashed a wave of misinformation about cloud seeding and weather modification as a whole.
So the company Rainmaker, Vedika, accused of triggering these floods. So what does Rainmaker have to say about this?
Well, the CEO of Rainmaker hasn't dodged the accusations. He took to X to clear them up and confirm. He said that Rainmaker did not operate in the affected area on the 3rd of 4th of July or contribute to the floods that occurred over the region. He said that the last seeding mission took place on the afternoon of July 2nd, and 2 clouds were seeded in that mission. But he said that those clouds that were seeded on July 2nd dissipated over 24 hours prior to the developing storm complex that would produce the flooding rainfall. So the operation happened, 2 clouds were seeded, and then they dissipated quickly. Now, he also said that Rainmaker as a company, in fact, suspended that same day its operations indefinitely. And that's because a senior meteorologist observed an unusually high moisture content in the air. So the cloud seeding operation took place, 2 were seeded, and then the company suspended its operations. And he says that those 2 clouds that were seeded in that operation would have had no effect on the floods 2 days later because they had dissipated by then.
So is it possible then there's a link between weather modification and these flash floods?
Well, Mark, according to the science and the meteorologists, no, it's not possible. This is a post by award-winning meteorologist Travis Herzog, who was born and raised in that affected Texas Hill Country region. Now, if we look at what he said that it is physically impossible for cloud seeding to create a storm of this magnitude or size. He goes on to say that, in fact, cloud seeding cannot even create a single cloud. And all it can do is take an existing cloud and enhance the rainfall by up to 20%. Now, meteorologists and weather experts across the board tended to agree with him. One of them was Matthew Capucci, who said that cloud seeding played 0 role in the deadly Texas floods, and that's because it is a small-scale thing that doesn't create moisture. It just helps droplets in the clouds bump into each other to form bigger droplets that then fall. Now, I also want to talk about the region of Texas Hill Country that is affected by the flooding. It has long been prone to deadly flooding before this. To the extent that it has been dubbed Flash Flood Alley. And this would be due to its landscape. Texas Hill Country has dry and dirt-packed areas where the soil, in fact, it skids on the surface of the landscape rather than being soaked up, and it has a hilly terrain. So based on the scientific analysis, what the meteorologists say, Mark, I'm going to have to mark this claim overall as false about whether cloud seeding is linked to the deadly flash flood that took place.
Vedika Bahel with Truth